The worst part about family dinners isn't the food, it's the way they look at me, like I'm some exotic creature they're forced to tolerate, a bug under glass. Tonight was no different, except maybe the wine was more expensive and the judgment even thicker than usual. My name is Lillian, and I'm what my mother calls the difficult one. I'm sitting here at my sister Tessa's mansion, pushing overcooked salmon around my plate while everyone fawns over her latest promotion. The chandelier above us probably costs more than my annual rent, and its light catches every disapproving glance thrown my way. So, Lillian, my mother Yolanda says, swirling her wine glass like she's conducting an orchestra of disappointment, are you still playing with computers? I take a slow sip of water. I work in cybersecurity, Mom, same as last month when you asked. She means real cybersecurity, Tessa chimes in, sharing a knowing look with her husband Camden. Not just whatever it is you do in that apartment of yours. If they only knew. Last week, I prevented 3 major corporate breaches and earned more than Tessa's monthly salary. But Verraine, my online persona, doesn't exist at this table. Here, I'm just Lillian, the family disappointment. I'm doing fine, I say quietly, focusing on my plate. Fine isn't exactly thriving, dear, my father Donald adds, as if he's ever shown interest in anything I've done. Now, Tessa, she's really making something of herself. Vice President of Operations at 32. Thank you, Daddy, Tessa beams. Camden and I are actually looking at that vacation house in the Hamptons now. The 8 bedroom one? I catch Camden checking his phone under the table. Again, he's been fidgeting all evening, which is unusual for Mr. Perfect CEO. Something's off. Lillian, my mother starts again. I ran into Sarah Chen's mother at the club. Her daughter just got engaged to a neurosurgeon. Weren't you two friends in high school? We had one class together 10 years ago, Mom. Well, she's really established herself. Maybe she could help you find a proper job, or at least introduce you to some nice young men. I grip my fork tighter. I have a proper job. I'm good at it. Really good. Good enough to afford a real apartment? Tessa snickers. That studio of yours barely qualifies as a closet. My studio apartment is my sanctuary. It's where I've built my reputation, where I've helped companies and governments solve problems they couldn't admit to having, where I've become someone they'd never understand. Camden's phone buzzes again. This time, his face goes pale. Everything okay, honey? Tessa asks, touching his arm. He stands abruptly, knocking his wine glass over. Red liquid spreads across the white tablecloth like blood. I need to make a call. Excuse me. Through the dining room's floor to ceiling windows, I watch him pace on the terrace, running his hands through his hair. His voice carries faintly. What do you mean everything's locked? How many accounts? Jesus Christ. Is everything all right? My father asks when Camden returns, looking like he's seen a ghost. There's been an incident at work, a cyber attack. Camden loosens his tie. Someone's gotten into our systems, customer data, financial records, everything. Tessa drops her fork. What? How bad is it? Bad. Camden's voice cracks. Really bad. The board's having an emergency meeting tonight. I take another sip of water, hiding my smile. On Camden's phone screen, I caught a glimpse of the signature the attackers left behind. A small piece of code I recognize, because I wrote it. Can't you just call it or something? My mother asks, clueless as ever. Camden laughs bitterly. This is beyond it. We need someone special. There's this hacker. They call them Verraine. They say she's the best, but nobody knows who she really is. I dab my mouth with a napkin, standing slowly. Well, this has been lovely, but I should head home. Early morning tomorrow. Of course you're leaving when there's a crisis. Tessa snaps. Always running away when things get difficult. If she only knew. I'm not running away, I'm going to work, because in a few hours, Verraine will receive a desperate plea for help from Camden's company, and I'm going to enjoy every second of what comes next. Thanks for dinner, I say, shouldering my bag. As I walk to my car, I hear the panic in their voices rising, discussing millions in potential losses, lawsuits, reputation damage, music to my ears. Sometimes karma needs a little push, and I've been pushing buttons my whole life. I'm curled up in my favorite chair, 3 monitors glowing in front of me when my secure channel lights up. The message is from a broker I know, one who specializes in connecting desperate companies with digital fixers like me. Verrain, urgent situation. Ellis Financial Tech. Total systems compromise. CEO desperate. Name your price. My phone buzzes. It's Tessa calling for the third time tonight. I let it go to voicemail and pull up the live feed of Camden's company chaos instead. The security cameras I accessed show the executive floor in complete meltdown. 43 million customer records, Camden shouts, pacing his corner office. His CTO, Darius, sits slumped in a leather chair. How the hell did this happen? It's got to be nation state actors, Darius says, wiping sweat from his forehead. The sophistication of the attack. Don't give me that bullshit. Camden slams his hand on the desk. The board's meeting in 20 minutes. They want answers, not excuses. I switch feeds to the boardroom. Celeste Holland, the chair, is already there with three other members, their faces grim. I patch into the audio just as Tessa bursts in. Where's my husband? She demands. What's happening? Mrs. Ellis, Celeste says coolly. This is a closed meeting. My family has millions invested in this company. I'm not going anywhere. The door opens again. My parents rush in, looking like they came straight from dinner, Mom still wearing her pearls. Donald, Yolanda. Celeste nods. I understand your concern, but our daughter's future is at stake, Mom interrupts, and our investment. I pull up the company's internal logs while they argue. Darius has been trying to delete evidence, but he's not fast enough. Outdated security protocols, ignored vulnerability reports, budget cuts to IT while the executives gave themselves bonuses. It's all there. Camden finally enters with Darius trailing behind. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're concerned. Concerned? Celeste stands. The stock has dropped 40% in after hours trading. We're looking at billions in lawsuits. Concerned doesn't begin to cover it. We have our best people working on it. Darius starts. Your best people got us into this mess, Tessa snaps. Do something. I send the broker my response. Full admin access, board level authority, no questions asked, 48 hours to accept. You can't be serious, comes the reply. No company would. Then they don't want Verrain. On screen, Camden's phone buzzes. The broker. I watch his face as he reads my terms. There might be a solution, he says slowly. There's someone, a hacker known as Verrain. A hacker? My mother scoffs. That's your solution? Verane's different, Darius says. She's like a ghost. Goes in, fixes impossible problems, disappears. But her terms are usually. I don't care what her terms are. Celeste cuts in. Can she fix this? Yes, Camden says, but she wants full admin access and board level authority. The room erupts. Absolutely not! Are you insane? We can't trust a criminal. Celeste raises her hand for silence. What's the alternative? We're bleeding millions by the hour. What if this Verrain person makes things worse? My father asks. She won't, Darius says. Her reputation? She's never failed, never betrayed a client. But she's not cheap, and she's not gentle. I send another message. Time's wasting. Tick tock. Camden's phone buzzes again. He reads it and goes pale. She's she's watching us. Right now. Everyone looks around nervously. Tessa hugs herself, shivering despite the warm room. Take the deal, Celeste says finally. But I want daily updates. And if anything goes wrong, it won't, Camden says quickly, typing his response. I smile as the acceptance comes through. In my darkened apartment, surrounded by screens showing my family's panic, I crack my knuckles and start working. First, I lock Darius out of the system before he can delete more evidence. His password was embarrassingly easy to crack. Then I start the real work, mapping the breach, tracking the data, building my case. My phone buzzes again. A text from Zoe, my only real friend. You're really doing this? They want Verrain? I text back. They're going to get her. All of her. I pull up the company's org chart and start making notes. By morning, none of their lives will be the same. Starting with my dear sister Tessa. Sometimes revenge is best served not cold, but line by line, in elegant strings of code that slowly strangle everything they hold dear. The coffee shop is nearly empty when Zoe slides into the booth across from me, her eyes wide with concern. You look like you haven't slept? Sleep is for people who aren't dismantling a multi-billion-dollar company. I say, taking a sip of my fourth espresso. Lil, I know they hurt you, but this is. Watch this. I turn my laptop toward her. On screen, Tessa paces her home office, recording yet another video message to Verraine. Dear Verraine, my sister says, forcing politeness through gritted teeth. As requested, here's my daily check in. We're grateful for your assistance and look forward to your continued support in resolving this crisis. Zoe winces. You're making her grovel? Every morning at 9 a.m. sharp, I close the laptop. You should have seen her face when I demanded she be the one to do it. Camden nearly had an aneurysm. And they still have no idea it's you. I shake my head. They think Verraine is some mysterious genius working from a secret location. Meanwhile, I'm right here, drinking coffee 2 blocks from their office. My phone buzzes. It's my mother. Lillian, please call. Your sister is going through a difficult time. Delete, I mutter, swiping the message away. 28 years of them treating me like garbage, and now they want family support? What exactly are you planning? Zoe leans forward. Beyond torturing Tessa with video messages, I pull out a small notebook. Phase 1, I've already isolated the breach and stopped the data leak, but I'm letting them sweat about the exposed records for another day. And Phase 2? I found something interesting in Darius's private files. He and Camden have been cooking the books, hiding security failures from the board. By tomorrow morning, those records will mysteriously appear in Celeste's inbox. Zoe runs her hands through her purple hair. Jesus, Lil, you're not just getting revenge, you're going nuclear. They're going nuclear on themselves. I'm just helping karma along. My laptop pings a new message from Celeste. Virane, need to discuss something sensitive. Private channel only. Speak of the devil, I murmur, typing a response. What's on your mind, Celeste? Darius has to go. The evidence you sent, it's worse than we thought. But we need someone to take his place, someone who understands our systems. I smile. Are you offering me a job, Celeste? The board is impressed with your work, despite your methods. We need someone like you. Zoe reads over my shoulder. Holy shit. They want to make you CTO? They want to make Verraine CTO. I correct her. The ghost in the machine. My phone buzzes again. This time it's Tessa. Whoever you are, this is cruel. You're destroying my family. I show Zoe the message. Funny how it's only cruel when it happens to them. What about when they find out it's you? They will eventually. That's phase 3. I close my notebook. But first, I need to accept a job offer. I type back to Celeste. Interested, but I have conditions. First, I work remotely, no exceptions. Second, I want Tessa Ellis removed from all company decisions. You're going to get your sister fired? Zoe asks. No, I'm going to make her watch while I take everything she thought I couldn't have. My laptop pings again. Celeste. Agreed to your terms. The board meets tomorrow to formalize the changes. I stand, gathering my things. Want to watch me ruin my family's day? You're scary sometimes, you know that? Zoe says, but she's already following me out. Back in my apartment, I pull up the company's internal messaging system. Time to send Camden and Darius into panic mode. A few keystrokes, and their private messages about the security cover up start appearing in random employees' inboxes. Oops, I say, watching the chaos unfold on my monitors. Looks like someone's having technical difficulties. Zoe sits on my couch, shaking her head. You're enjoying this way too much. You didn't hear what Tessa said at my college graduation. At least someone in the family had to take the easy way out. 8 years of coding, top of my class, and she called it the easy way out. My phone lights up with notifications as the messages spread. Camden is calling an emergency meeting. Darius is trying desperately to contain the leak. Tessa is texting everyone in a panic. So, phase 2 complete, I announce, cracking my knuckles. Want to stay for phase 3? It should be starting right about now. On screen, Celeste walks into the boardroom, holding a stack of papers. The show is about to begin, and for once, I have the best seat in the house. This is a disaster, Camden's voice booms through my speakers. I've tapped into their emergency board meeting, watching the drama unfold across my screens. Someone is leaking our private communications. Not someone, Celeste says, spreading documents across the boardroom table. Your own CTO. These records show systematic negligence. Darius, care to explain? Darius jumps up, his chair screeching against the floor. Those are confidential files. How did you. Verain sent them to me, Celeste cuts him off, along with proof that you and Camden deliberately ignored security warnings for the past 18 months. I take a sip of tea, enjoying the show. On another screen, Tessa bursts into the room, perfectly timed as always. You can't trust anything that hacker sends you, she shouts. She's manipulating all of us. She? Celeste raises an eyebrow. Interesting assumption, Tessa. Have you had some insight into Verane's identity? I lean forward. This should be good. I. There's something familiar about her messages, Tessa says. The way she writes reminds me of. My heart stops for a moment. Of what? Camden asks. Tessa shakes her head. Never mind. It's impossible. I release the breath I'd been holding and type a quick message to the board's secure channel. TikTok, waiting for that CTO position to be vacated. You're fired, Darius, Celeste announces right on cue. Security will escort you out. You can't do this, Darius slams his hands on the table. Camden, tell them. But Camden's looking at his phone, at the mounting evidence I've been dripping into his inbox all morning. Just go, Darius. It's over. As security leads Darius out, I send another message. Smart choice. Now, about those customer records. What about them? Camden asks the screen. I've isolated the breach. I can recover everything. But first, let's discuss the future of the company. Celeste straightens her jacket. The board has already agreed to your terms full remote work, executive authority, and my special requirement regarding Tessa Ellis? You bitch! Tessa screams at the screen. You can't do this to me. I've worked here for 3 years, I type. In a position created by your husband, with a salary triple the industry standard. Nepotism isn't a good look for a company in crisis. My phone buzzes. It's my mother. Lillian, please, your sister is having a breakdown. We need you to be a family right now. I ignore it and send another message to the board. Clock's ticking on those customer records. Tick, tock. Tessa, Celeste says gently, please clear out your office by end of day. I switch camera feeds to watch my sister storm out, mascara running down her face. She calls someone, checking the logs. It's our mother. Mom, she's destroying everything. This Virain person. She's evil. I turn down the volume and send my final message of the morning. Excellent choices all around. Customer records will be restored within the hour. Oh, and Camden, those offshore accounts you've been hiding, we should talk about those next. My phone lights up again. This time it's my father. Your sister needs you. Whatever you're doing that's so important, family comes first. I laugh out loud at that one. Family comes first? Since when? A new message pops up from Zoe. Just saw the company news. Darius fired, Tessa out. You okay? Never better, I reply. Phase 3 complete. Want to get lunch? Only if you promise not to hack any multi-billion-dollar companies for at least an hour. No promises, but I'll buy. I start the recovery process for the customer records. Might as well give them something to celebrate. Then I send one last message to the board. Full system restoration beginning. Expect everything back online by market open tomorrow. And Camden? Don't bother trying to access those offshore accounts. They've been frozen pending federal investigation. Have a lovely afternoon. I close my laptop and grab my keys. Through my window, I can see the company's building, its glass towers reflecting the midday sun. Somewhere up there, my family is falling apart, their perfect world crumbling. And down here, in my tiny apartment they love to mock, I'm just getting started. My phone buzzes one more time. A text from an unknown number. This is Celeste. Whoever you are, I'm impressed, but I have to ask, why Tessa? Why make it so personal? I smile and type back. Some debts can't be paid in cash. See you tomorrow, boss. Time for lunch. After all, revenge works up quite an appetite. Day 15 of your requested check ins. Tessa's voice trembles through my speakers. She's recording from her kitchen now, having been banned from the company offices. I hope this meets with your approval, Verain. I sip my morning coffee and type back. Needs more sincerity. Try again. This is torture, Zoe says from my couch. Even for you. Watch this, I tell her as Tessa starts recording again. Dearest Virain, My sister forces a smile this time. Thank you for your continued protection of our company's assets. Your brilliance and leadership are invaluable to us all. Better, I type. Now tell me about your new job search. Tessa's fake smile cracks. I I have several promising leads. Liar, I type. I've monitored your emails. Nobody's hiring the disgraced former VP who got pushed out during a cyber scandal. Zoe throws a pillow at me. You're evil. I learned from the best. I dodged the pillow. Did you know she once told my high school crush I had a contagious skin condition? My phone rings. Camden. I put it on speaker. Verain. He sounds desperate. Please, the board meeting's in an hour. I need those financial reports. The real ones or the ones you doctored? You know which ones. Please, I'll lose everything. Like how I lost my college fund when you convinced my parents to invest it in your startup's first round? I mute the phone and turn to Zoe. He doesn't know he's talking to me, but damn, that feels good. What are you going to do? I unmute. Sorry, Camden. Already sent the real numbers to Celeste. Better start practicing your resignation speech. My laptop pings. A message from Celeste. Verain, we need to talk. Private channel. I open the secure connection. What's up, boss? The board split. Half want to keep Camden as a figurehead. Say it'll look better for the markets. Check your email, I type back. Just sent you his personal text to Darius about the cover up. That should help with the holdouts. My phone buzzes again. Mother. Lillian, where are you? We're having a family emergency meeting at the house. Camden might go to jail. I text back. Sorry, busy with work. You know, that thing you always said I didn't have. Your father and I are worried about you. You've been so distant lately. Another ping from my laptop. Celeste. My God, these texts. Camden's finished, but we need someone to take over as CEO. I might have some suggestions, I type, smiling. Zoe reads over my shoulder. You're going for CEO now? Isn't that a bit much? Watch and learn. I start typing again. The company needs someone who understands both tech and finance, someone who's proven they can handle a crisis. Someone like Virain? Celeste responds. Give the lady a prize. My screens light up with new alerts. Camden's being escorted out of the building. Tessa's crying in her kitchen. My parents are blowing up my phone. Lil, Zoe says softly. Maybe it's enough now. They're destroyed. I pull up Tessa's video feed. She's calling our mother. Mom, we're ruined. The house, the cars, everything's in Camden's name. That witch Verain, she's taking everything. Actually, I typed to Celeste, I have one more condition for taking the CEO position. The company should buy Camden's house at market value. I know a worthy candidate who could use a new home. You're going to take their house? Zoe gasps. No, I smile. I'm going to buy it legally through the company and then work from my home office in their former master bedroom. My phone lights up again. Father, Lillian, please, your mother's crying. Tessa needs her sister. I send one final message to the board's channel. Emergency meeting in 10 minutes, time to vote on new leadership. And don't worry about the press. I've already drafted the announcement. Zoe shakes her head. You know you'll have to reveal yourself eventually. Oh, I know. I stand, stretching. But first, I want to see their faces when they realize they're about to work for me. The daughter they never believed in, the sister they never respected. And then, I look out my window at the city skyline. Then I teach them what real power looks like. Not their kind of power, the country club memberships and charity galas, but my kind. The power to build or break with a few keystrokes, the power they never saw coming. My phone buzzes one last time. Tessa, whoever you are, I hope you're happy. You've ruined us. I text back as Verain. No, dear. You ruined yourselves. I just wrote the code. The vote was unanimous, Celeste announces to the board. Verain will assume CEO responsibilities effective immediately. I watch through the cameras as the board members shift uncomfortably in their seats. They've just handed their billion-dollar company to someone they've never met. And now, I type into their secure channel, I'd like to call a family meeting. Family meeting? Celeste frowns at her screen. I don't understand. Please invite Donald and Yolanda Arnold along with Tessa Ellis to the boardroom. Immediately. Zoe paces behind me. This is it, isn't it? The reveal? Not quite yet. I crack my knuckles. First, I want them all in one room. Within 30 minutes, my family filters into the boardroom. Mother's wearing her crisis pearls. Father looks like he's aged 10 years. Tessa's eyes are red from crying. Why are we here? Tessa demands. Haven't you humiliated us enough? I type. Consider this a stockholder meeting. Your family still owns shares, correct? Barely, my father mutters. After what you did to Camden? What Camden did to himself, I correct. Now, let's discuss the company's future. What's left to discuss? Mother snaps. You've taken everything. I switch on my voice modulator. Actually, I've saved everything. The company's stock has stabilized. Customer data is secured. We're even expanding into new markets. They jump at the sound of my disguised voice through the speakers. You're a woman? Mother sounds surprised. How perceptive, I say dryly. Now, about those expansion plans. We're opening a new cybersecurity division, specializing in threat prevention. Why are you telling us this? Tessa asks. Because, I continue, I believe in keeping things in the family. The room goes silent. I can see the gears turning in Tessa's head. What do you mean, family? She asks slowly. Funny story, I say, pulling up their security feeds on my main screen. Remember when you used to mock your sister's computer hobby? Mother's hand flies to her throat. No. Or when you told her she'd never amount to anything in tech, I continue, that she should stick to simple jobs? It can't be, Father whispers. I press a button, killing the voice modulator. Hi, family. Miss me? The chaos is immediate. Tessa screams. Mother collapses into a chair. Father's mouth opens and closes like a fish. Lillian? Tessa finally manages. You're you're Verain? The one and only. I lean back in my chair, savoring the moment. Surprise. This is impossible, Mother sputters. You're just you're just Lillian. Just Lillian? I laugh. I'm the most sought after cybersecurity expert in the world. I've prevented international incidents, saved Fortune 500 companies, and now I'm your CEO. You planned this, Tessa accuses. All of it. Camden, the breach, everything. No, I correct her. I didn't cause the breach. That was your husband's negligence. I just capitalized on the opportunity. Why? Father asks quietly. Why do this to us? Because you never saw me, I reply. Any of you. 28 years of dismissal, mockery, and judgment. Well, guess what? Now you have to see me. Every day. In fact, Tessa, I'll need those daily video check ins to continue. You're insane, she whispers. No, I'm successful. Isn't that what you always wanted for me? Celeste clears her throat. I assume you have a plan for announcing this to the shareholders? Already drafted. Young tech prodigy takes helm after saving company from catastrophic breach. The press will love it. We're your family, Mother pleads. How could you do this to your family? I lean into my microphone. Family? Let me tell you about family. Family doesn't belittle your passions. Family doesn't sabotage your dreams. Family doesn't. Lil, Zoe touches my shoulder. They get it. I take a deep breath. You're right. Meeting adjourned. Security will show you out. Oh, and Tessa, I'll be moving into the mansion next week. Company property now, remember? As they're let out, I watch them on the security feeds. Mother's crying. Father's supporting her. Tessa's on her phone, probably calling her lawyer. Feel better? Zoe asks. I look at my screens, at my family's shattered world, at my new empire. Not better, different, powerful. My phone buzzes one last time. A text from Tessa. You think you've won? This isn't over. I smile and type back. You're right. It's just beginning. See you at the next board meeting. Sis. Sometimes the best revenge isn't served cold. Sometimes it's served in the boardroom with a side of poetic justice. The moving truck pulls up to Tessa's mansion, my mansion now, as she's supervising the last of her belongings being packed. I step out of my car, and for the first time in weeks, we're face to face. Get out, she snarls, mascara streaked across her cheeks. Actually, you're the one who needs to leave. I hold up my phone, displaying the property transfer documents. Company asset now, remember? You think you're so clever? She spits. The brilliant hacker? The secret genius? You're still just my pathetic little sister. CEO, I correct her. Your pathetic little sister who's now your boss. A sleek black car pulls up. Our parents step out, mother clutching her handbag like a shield. Lillian, father starts. We need to talk. About what? I lean against my car. About how you never came to a single one of my coding competitions, or about how you spent my college fund on Camden's first failed startup. We did what we thought was best, Mother cries. Best for who? For Tessa? For your country club image? You ungrateful little. Tessa lunges forward, but Father holds her back. Careful, I warn. Assaulting a CEO is serious business. I've called our lawyers, Tessa says, straightening her designer jacket. This whole thing, the hack, the takeover, it's illegal. You'll go to jail. I laugh. Really? Please explain to the court how your husband's negligence is my fault. I'm sure the SEC would love to hear about those offshore accounts too. You're bluffing, Father says, but his voice wavers. I pull out my tablet. Want to see the evidence? Every deleted email, every covered up breach, every cooked book. I have it all. What do you want? Mother asks quietly. Money? Is that it? I want what I've always wanted. I step closer. Recognition, respect, everything you gave Tessa without question but made me beg for. By destroying us? Tessa screams. By taking our home? Your home? I gesture to the mansion. You mean the one bought with company money? The one you filled with furniture paid for by corporate accounts? Camden wasn't very careful with those expense reports. A moving guy approaches. Ma'am, where do you want the boxes? Master bedroom, I say. I'm working from home now. Tessa makes a choking sound. You're going to live in my bedroom? Corner office, great views, perfect for a CEO. I turn to our parents. You can visit any time. Just make an appointment with my secretary. This isn't you, Mother pleads. The Lillian we raised. The Lillian you raised? I cut her off. You didn't raise me, you tolerated me. Big difference. My phone buzzes. It's Zoe. Board meeting in 20. You ready? Have to go, I tell my family. Company to run, empire to build. You know how it is. Oh, wait, you don't. Not anymore. We'll fight this, Tessa says. Whatever it takes. I stop at the front door. My front door. Fight what? The fact that I'm good at what I do? That I saved the company you nearly destroyed? Face it, sis. You lost. You're alone? She calls after me. You'll always be alone. No family, no real friends, just your computers and your revenge. I turn back. Better alone than surrounded by fake love and real contempt. Lillian, please, Father tries one last time. We can work this out as a family. Family? I laugh. Let me tell you what family means to me now. Family is the board that unanimously voted me CEO. Family is the employees whose jobs I saved. Family is every person who sees me for what I can do, not what you always said I couldn't. Mother starts crying. Tessa looks like she might explode. Father just looks tired. Security will be here in 10 minutes, I say. I suggest you be gone by then. Oh, and Tessa, don't forget your daily check-in video, 9 a.m. sharp, remember? I walk into my new home, leaving them in the driveway. Through the security cameras, I watch them slowly disperse. Mother and father to their car, Tessa to her rental SUV, stuffed with what's left of her perfect life. My phone buzzes again. Celeste. Press conference at 2. Your coming out party as CEO. Perfect, I reply. Time to show the world who Verrain really is. I walk up to the master bedroom, my bedroom now, and look out over the city. In the distance, I can see the company towers gleaming in the sun. My kingdom, earned through lines of code and years of patience. Sometimes the best revenge isn't just about winning, it's about making them watch you win again and again until they finally understand what they lost. My phone buzzes one last time. Tessa, I hate you. I smile and type back. I know. See you at the shareholders' meeting. The press conference podium feels strange beneath my hands. Cameras flash, reporters lean forward, and somewhere in the back, I spot my family slipping into the room. They weren't invited, but I'm not surprised they came. Ladies and gentlemen, Celeste introduces me. Please welcome our new CEO, Lillian Arnold, also known in cybersecurity circles as Verane. The room erupts. Questions fly from every direction. Ms. Arnold, how long have you been Verane? Did you cause the breach? Was this a hostile takeover? I hold up my hand, one at a time. First, I've been Verane for 8 years. No, I didn't cause the breach. I stopped it. And this wasn't hostile. The board voted unanimously. What about your family's involvement in the company? Someone shouts. I lock eyes with Tessa in the back. My family's poor management decisions led to this crisis. I fixed it. End of story. And the personal aspect? Another reporter stands. Your sister was vice president. Was being the operative word, I say. Merit matters more than blood. My phone buzzes. A text from Zoe. You're killing it. Also, your mom looks like she's about to faint. I glance back. Mother is indeed swaying slightly, father supporting her elbow. Tessa's face is a mask of fury. Questions about the company's future? I redirect. Is it true you're implementing a complete security overhaul? Now, this I can handle. I detail our plans, the new protocols, the expanded cybersecurity division. The reporters scribble frantically. In the corner of my eye, I see my family leaving. After the conference, Celeste pulls me aside. Impressive performance, but your sister left this for you. She hands me an envelope. Inside is a single photo. Me at 14, crying after Tessa ruined my first computer by accidentally spilling coffee on it. On the back, she's written, Remember who you really are. I crumple it just as Zoe runs up. Lil, you need to see this. She shows me her tablet. My family is giving an impromptu interview outside. My sister, Tessa's saying, has always been troubled, isolated. This revenge fantasy. I stride out the front doors, cameras swiveling to catch me. Revenge fantasy? I interrupt. Tell them about the college fund, Tessa. Tell them about the years of mockery. Tell them how you really feel about the sister who just saved your husband's company from criminal charges. You didn't save anything? She spits. You stole everything. I earned everything, I correct her. Every line of code, every solved crisis, every client who trusted Verane when they had nowhere else to turn. The only thing I stole was your illusion of superiority. Mother steps forward. Lillian, please come home. We can fix this. Fix what? My success? My independence? The fact that I finally proved you all wrong? You proved nothing, father says, except that you'll hurt your own family for power. I laugh, and the sound echoes off the building's glass walls. Hurt you? I protected you. If I hadn't stepped in, Camden would be in jail. The company would be bankrupt. Your precious reputation would be destroyed. I turned your failure into success, and you're still trying to tear me down. Cameras flash. Tomorrow's headlines are writing themselves. You want to know who I really am? I pull out the crumpled photo, holding it up. I'm not that crying girl anymore. I'm not your punching bag, or your embarrassment, or your cautionary tale. I'm Verane. I'm CEO. I'm everything you said I couldn't be. Tessa lunges forward, grabbing my arm. You're my little sister. You're supposed to. Support you? I shake her off. Like you supported me? Here's what's going to happen. You're going to stop these pathetic interviews. You're going to accept that you lost. And you're going to watch me succeed day after day until you finally understand what you threw away. Security appears, gently but firmly separating us. Ms. Arnold, one of them says, your next meeting is waiting. I straighten my jacket. Thank you. Oh, and Tessa, don't forget tomorrow's check in video. Make it extra sincere. As I walk back inside, Zoe falls into step beside me. That was intense. You okay? I stop, looking at my reflection in the lobby's marble walls. You know what? For the first time in my life, I really am. Even without them? I never had them, I say. Not really, but now I have something better. I have me. My phone buzzes one last time. A message from an unknown number. Saw the press conference from one Verane client to another. Well played. The tech world needs more queens. I smile and type back. Long live the queen. Sometimes the best revenge isn't about destroying your enemies. It's about becoming exactly who they said you couldn't be and making sure they have front row seats to your coronation.